Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today, focusing in on a very important manipulation tactic of the narcissist, especially the overt narcissist, someone who is outwardly self-promoting, self-grandizing, self sort of inflated, self-important, really that sort of really showy, showboat sort of person who not is not built their character in terms of their actual achievements, their actual sort of goodwill, humane qualities, but someone who more has built their character in terms of being status oriented, label oriented, title oriented, someone who is really into that status and whose self-worth is really derived from those components. So, having a title, having certain merchandise, having certain property that's very brand orientated, wants everybody and anybody to know that they're the boss, they're the head chief, they're the one who control the shots, and really puts it out there on the cuff, and really serves to be that overt narcissist. And the same really sort of tactics can apply to covert narcissists as well when you really use your metacognition and really kind of observe and review their treatment of you. And that is the manipulation tactic of being superficially charming, really sort of luring you in and really trying to manipulate you and essentially coerce you. I really perceive it now because I have knowledge and experience with this population, but in essence, they serve to try to test the waters and see how they can lure you in. Especially, extremely deliberate and really sort of developing a character that you would find interesting. So the narcissist will concoct or create a facade based on different groups, different roles, and are very easy to kind of vacillate between these various masks that they put and create to manipulate and control others. And the superficial charming is kind of falling into that category. So it'll be a very deliberate creation of a mask that is designed to entice, control, manipulate, or overpower another. So whether, let's just say, and the issue is not so much that they're, a outward going personality. It's more the issue that it's a pre-calculated and sort of concocted or designed or derived mask designed to control others to their exploitation. So not to help, it's not adaptive overall. It's really designed to lure somebody in and, really find where they can take advantage of people and control them. So, for example, the superficial charm might be that of politics. So let's just say the target that they want to manipulate and control, so someone who they have their eye on, essentially, they'll develop very quickly and very rapidly a lot of discourse and communication as it relates to politics. Next thing you know, they're the expert in this, and they're trying to lure you in with their political forte of knowledge. So, even though that person underneath doesn't have a genuine interest in politics, they'll concoct that in order to lure you in and try to create you in terms of that inner circle. So it's very much a superficial charm that they will use. And it's when the narcissist is very adept at this, and really because I have such extensive experience with the population and I know how to protect myself, I'm able to see it. I'm able to see it in the works. I mean, I can almost see the gears turning in terms of how a narcissist or a psychopath will, use these sort of tactics to control people in order to entice them, the superficial charm, and they'll see really who kind of falls into their trap. And the problem is that it is a trap. It's a designed component and element to their control tactics. So, it's they'll see who they can allure in, through conversation, and then through the love bombing and sort of conditioning of them to get them under their control, meaning part of their, kind of under their realm of discourse. So, and what's an issue is that it's designed to suck you in, and then to see how they can further manipulate and control you, and it's not in your best interest. See, this is the issue. It's because then you become subservient, you become a tool to them, you become a supply to them, and it's not based on, for example, getting to our example of the politics, it's not because they're interested in your political views or really having an intellectually stimulating discussion. It's because they just want to lure you in and then use that essentially as a bait to hook you in and to further, utilize your strengths, your talents, your codependent tendencies, and really, kind of exploit that as a weakness, and then have you essentially, be their supply source and be their promoters, and really, slowly but surely get you to abandon what is right and what is proper for you, so you can basically become part of their support, their supply, and further promote their status, making them look good. And then essentially when you need them to have your back or be there for you, there's no genuine connection. It's all a falsified, sort of superficial charm that the narcissist will use to allure you in. So if you see this dynamic in, your relationships, be very careful, be very wary, and make sure that, you are declaring your boundaries and you're not just living as a reactive to someone who's superficially trying to allure you in for some ulterior agenda that isn't in your best interest and is disingenuine, meaning false, fake, a facade, a mask. So you don't want to get caught up in interacting with the mask of somebody. If you're doing that, which a lot of people who I work with, they have realized that they fell in love with a mask. They are slowly but surely had begun to be depersonalized and like kind of losing their own true authentic self in life. So if you do want specific guidance and coaching, I'm definitely here for you. You can email me at peaceandharmonynow@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to work with you to get really back on track, get yourself back on track, and to further better understand the dynamics of how these people manipulate, control, brainwash, and gaslight, and use all these tactics really to try to overwhelm you and succumb you into being their supply, and not having your own life and your own identity and living your own destiny that you were designed for. And you're not meant to live in reaction and subservient and as a tool and a puppet for a narcissist. So it's very an insidious and sort of heinous situation to be in, but it's very important that you can apply this knowledge and see how it's affected your relationships, and then furthermore use it then to heal and recover using also the tools that we describe here on the channel. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.